Finding the right planner for you is completely overwhelming. We are inundated with a million different options, and figuring out which options are going to work right for us is so incredibly hard. So today I have 5 simple questions you can ask yourself to help you find the planner that's going to work for you. So before I get into that, I'm Just from My Magical Planner, and I do tons of planning content on this channel. I'm super happy you stopped by. I have one little thing I have to tell you before we get into those 5 questions, and it's a little like it's dispelling a myth, really. So there's no perfect planner. There are amazing planners out there that will do almost anything, but there is no perfect planner. You will not find a planner that has every single thing that you want in it, because your needs will change and what you want will change. And so going forward, just keep those expectations in mind, because you're gonna have to compromise on some things. And knowing that in advance makes compromising a little bit easier, at least to me. So question number 1 is super simple. What do I want to plan? Am I planning schedules? Am I planning meals? Am I planning the carpool? Is it a work schedule? There are a lot of different things that in our day-to-day life we plan. And some of them we don't need a planner for, and some of them we do. So I want you to write down every single thing that you think you're going to plan in the coming year. And I want you to break that down. Say you say schedules. I want you to write underneath of it whose schedules you have to keep track of, so you can kind of get an idea of the space you're going to need and what things you're going to be looking for in your planner. Because looking for a meal planner or a fitness planner is very different from a schedule planner. Once you have that, you can move on to step 2, which is really simple. Who needs to see it? Is it just you? Is it your whole family? Is it a work community? There are a lot of different people who may or may not need to see it. And so this can make the difference of, do you go digital? Do you have a, big calendar in your kitchen where everybody can see it? Is a paper planner going to work for you? So that's really what this question is getting at. Like for me, we have a combination of different planners, to be honest, in our household. We have a digital planner that everybody can access on the go and coordinate, scheduling appointments or picking up kids from school, what's going on, who's going to whose house. Those type of things all go on that digital planner. But we also have a big whiteboard planner a big whiteboard calendar in our kitchen that has the whole month, and we can put chores on there, which is what I do. So my kids know what I am expecting of them on a daily basis. And then I have my paper planners. I have one for content, because this is just my stuff for content that nobody else has to see. And I have one that I use for everything, because I need to write things down. Like, even though they're on the digital platform, writing them down helps me remember what they are. And so I know I need to write them down. Which kind of leads into question 3, which is, how do I plan? So I have to tell you a little story here. So my husband is a huge computer guy, right? And so for years, he was like, you have to do digital. You have to do digital. And so I did. I tried digital. It was a struggle, and it just never felt right. Now, that's not saying that digital planning is bad or hard or anything. It just didn't work for me. So knowing that I need a physical paper in front of me is super important. That I need to have something that I can be creative with, that I can have to-do list, because every morning I make a to-do list and I try and get as many things on that done as possible. Those type of things you need to know to find the right planner for you. So take a few minutes and look at that sheet that you started writing on that has, what do I need to plan and who needs to see it? And then I want you to think about what you need to be able to plan efficiently. Then we go on to question 4. What matters to you? So there are different aspects of planners that matter to different people. So some people, it's the versatility. They want something that they can pop in and out different layouts and do different things on the fly, like the Happy Planner system or a ring bound system. To some people, it's the quality of paper. Some people absolutely love really thick paper that will have no bleed through. Some people love the Hobonichi planner paper, which is super duper thin, but works really well and is super strong. And there's everywhere in between. So you need to make a list of everything that matters to you in order, because you're going to get down that list and at some point you're going to hit a wall where you're going to find a planner that has everything above it, but not anything below it, or most of your list, but it's missing this one thing. And you need to know what things you're willing to compromise on. So for me, the number one factor in me finding a planner, and this is going to sound really silly, but it's the binding. I do not like the disc system. I don't like the way it turns. I don't like the way it feels. And it actually gives me too many options. So I'm constantly trying to switch it up and do other things, which doesn't work for me. A digital planner doesn't work for me. You know, this works for me. So knowing that going in helps to narrow down your options, which makes picking a planner easier. The last thing you need to consider, and I really do think it should be last, is price. What realistically do you feel like you can spend on a planner? And part of this has to go into, what are you getting out of this planner? And, where are the scales balanced? So for me, I spend a lot more on my planner than a lot of people do. But for me, it's a lot of different things. It's a creative outlet. It helps me keep on track. It helps me become more productive. And it helps my mental health in the aspect of I feel like I'm in control when I know what's going on. And so I really enjoy that aspect, but not everybody does, and not everybody needs that. So figuring out what's going to be the right balance for you is really important. And while you're considering that, I want you to kind of think of the added expenses that are going to come into play. Like if you're going to do a decorative planner and you want to do stickers, you need to consider how much you're willing to pay on a weekly basis to maintain that. And do you want to be more creative? Do you want to make your own things? Do you want to do calligraphy, which I would love to do, but I can't. And, all these different aspects that you need to consider in that whole bucket of cost. So once you've reached this point, you should be pretty clear on what you're looking for in a planner. That should really help you figure out which planners are going to work for you and which ones you can just eliminate. Hopefully that helps you find your right planner. I know there's a lot of choices and I wish you guys all the luck in the world. Let me know what planners you picked for this year because I would love to know. I love all the planners, really. I will have a video coming out shortly with all of the planners that I've picked for this coming year. However, they're not all here yet, so it might be sometime in December. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button over there. Until next time, I'll see you guys real soon.